you guys? It's your girl Jay. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today's video is going to be a story time video on the time where I got caught stealing. So yeah, if you guys are interested in this story time, here's the story. Okay, so it was in October, back when I was in the 8th grade. I was 13 at the time. And me and my sister, we decided to go to Six Flags because, you know, in October they have Fright Fest. So yeah, me and her, we decided to go. So when we was at Six Flags, I don't know if me and her got into it or like if she was mad at me, but for some reason, like, she was ready to go and I really wasn't ready to go. So like, she had left out, and at this point, it was later on in the day. Like, it had to be like around 6 o'clock ish, because at a certain time at Six Flags, well, I don't know how the other Six Flags is, but at Six Flags over Georgia, like, at a certain time, once you leave, you can't come back inside. So she had left outside the gate, and I wasn't ready to go, so I'm like, dang. And she had the money, she had everything on her, so I had went inside of a store just looking around, just, you know, wasting time. Then I seen a bracelet that I wanted, so I walked back out, and then I was trying to call her name to tell her, like, give me some money so I could go buy this bracelet. So, like, I don't know if she didn't hear me or she was just ignoring me. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm finna steal it. So I went back inside, and, you know, I was just, like, walking around trying to scope the place out, see, like, who I was in there. And like, really nobody was in there. Like, I really didn't even see the employee in there until, like, later on. So, yeah, I picked up the bracelet. I see the bracelet. I picked it up. And it was on one, like, the little turnstiles. I don't know what it's called, but, like, the thing that you could turn, and they have, like, different stuff hanging. So that's what it was on. So I picked up the bracelet, but yeah, I kept turning the things to make it seem like I was still looking at it. And at the same time, I was trying to, like, tear the tag off the bracelet with one hand. So when I finally got the tag off of the bracelet, I just threw the tag on the floor. Like, that was so stupid of me. Like, I just threw the tag on the floor. So, whatever. I just put the bracelet in my pocket, and I just walked out. So, as soon as I walked out, the loss prevention man came up to me, and the employee came up at the same time. And the loss prevention man was like, empty out your pockets. And I was like, at first, I was hesitant because I really was about to run. Like, I ain't even finna lie to y'all. Like, as soon as he told me empty out my pockets, I looked at the front, because, like, the store that I was in, if you have been to Six Flags over Georgia, like, the Looney Tunes store is, like, right there as soon as you enter. So, yeah, I was right there in the front. So, I'm like, you know what? I told myself, I said, the first thing that came to my mind was run. So, I looked at the front, and I saw, like, the security right there. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna make it. Like, I can't even attempt to run because I'm not gonna go nowhere. So I was like, all right, I just can't do nothing but empty out my pockets. So I emptied out my pockets, y'all. And let me tell y'all, the bracelet was connected to my key at this point. Like, it was hanging on to my keychain. So they really didn't see it. Like, they couldn't catch it at first. And then as soon as I started, like, to put the stuff back in my pocket, that's when the bracelet fell on the ground. I was like, look, I was like, it's over with. Like, at that point, I was like, hey, it's over with. And then, like, the loss prevention man picked it up. He was like, oh, this is what she took. And then the employee was like, yeah. I don't know if he gave the bracelet back to the employee or what. I don't know what happened to the bracelet. But the loss prevention man was like, okay, cool, now walk with me. And then as we was walking, he was like, don't think about running. I'm like, I wasn't even run. Because at this point, I was like, y'all might as well just take me to jail. Well, at that time, we were going to go to juvie because I was only 13 at the time. So I was like, shoot, y'all might as well take me to jail. So he took me to the back. He took me in this room or whatever. And he was like, what's your parents' phone number? Like, he wanted to call my parents to come get me. So I gave him my mama's cell phone number, which I knew wasn't working at the time. But I didn't care because I'm like, you're not finna call my parents. So yeah, I could have just gave him my daddy number, but I'm like, nah, you take me to jail, because I'm not giving you nobody's number. So, yeah, they called mama, and then they figured out that it wasn't working. So then he was like, who was I in the park with? So I told him my sister, and I described her. They eventually found my sister, and that's how, like, they was able to get in contact with my parents, because they wasn't going to do it through me, because I kid y'all not, I was ready to go to jail. Well, I wasn't ready to go to jail, but I'm like, hey, if y'all gonna lock me up, just lock me up. So yeah, they was able to find my parents. I don't know, they just talked or whatever. And then the agreement was I couldn't go back for a year. Well, they kicked me out for a year. And what happened? Oh yeah, and then I also had to pay a fine, which was like in the hundreds. And the bracelet didn't cost nothing but like $5, $10. Well, not even $10, probably like $5. And so yeah. Yep, and eventually, y'all, I even went back within that year. I just didn't get a season pass that next year, but eventually I went within that year. Because in October, that was like the end of the season anyway. So, like in May of next year, I had went back. And yeah, and eventually I went to work for them and everything. And I even told them like on the application that like I stole from y'all or whatever. I got caught stealing. And they still hired me. And I worked for them for like 4 years. So, but that was just a time that I got caught stealing. I haven't stole since then. Like, I don't see the point in stealing. Like, if you don't have the money for it, then clearly you can't afford it. So, yeah, that was just back in my younger days. You know, I was a little wild then. But, anywho, I'm all grown up now. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.